10th canto, 20th chapter, there is a chapter which comes. It describes the rainy season. And it's a beautiful example. So powerful this example is. Can anybody say that he will not go through any challenges, difficulties, or difficult times in life? Can anybody in this world say, I will not go through? I will never have? No. Including a person who's a devotee, a sadhaka, he has to go through. He has to go through so many challenges, so many difficulties. But in this 10th canto, this verse, this actually 10, 20, 15. I don't have that verse, but you can refer to this. This verse says that due to this heavy downpour and the thunder strikes, the stormy winds, the mountains may be perceived as being in an extremely painful situation. But the mountains don't shake. They are tolerant and they receive the heavy rain fall upon themselves without complaint or criticism. And what Bhagavatam is saying, the result of such forbearance is that all the accumulated dirt and dust is thoroughly washed away. Similarly, we should remain tolerant and steady like a mountain to wash away all our contaminations of heart, all the contaminations from the consciousness. And when the rain of difficulties there falling, it is meant for washing away these difficulties, wash away all our contaminations and other inabilities. In life, what we really look for, we look for how I can be victorious in all situations, right? How I can prove my point always. We see how I can score wins, how I can acquire victories and avoid all the losses, minimize the defeats. But actually, Bhagavatam is telling that in this game of life where we are obsessed with having this gain, victories, proving my point to be right, all these things when we are obsessed, nobody is exception. That's what we try to do. Bhagavatam is telling that the game of life is not to count our victories or defeats, but to count how many times we are able to remember Krishna through these victories and defeats. What is the use of this success? What is the use of all these defeats and counting them and keeping them? Anyway, they are all is bound to go null and void with the passage of time. Devoid of remembrance of Krishna, our eternal friend and guardian, it's a useless waste of time being absorbed in that. At the end of the day, even if I'm feeling angry, even if I'm feeling happy, even if I'm feeling joyful, am I able to remember Krishna? Could I bring in my mind the memory of Krishna? Is an important question that we should ask. So right now, in this pandemic which is going on, people are coming out of it, taking vaccinations and doing all these kind of things. Similarly, our own dependents, our children, our other dependents who are there on us, even if they are distracted, even if there is a social media burnout, which is a clinical disease condition, it can be stopped, and there is an opportunity for the doctors. There is a great need of the doctors outside. There is a need of a doctor who can give this infected people who are distracted and who are independent the principles of bhakti. If it is administered very sincerely, if it is done properly, it's like an antidote. The spiritual message, the spiritual knowledge can go past the coverings of mind, intelligence, and ego. It can touch our heart.